Okay, today we're going to continue our knowledge about chain rule. I'm going to talk about the derivatives of exponential and logarithmic functions. So I'm going to start with the derivative of logarithmic functions. So let's say if we want to find the derivative with respect to x of log base a of x, that is going to be equal to 1 over x times the natural log of natural log a. Now for us to find the derivative with respect to x of natural log of x, that is just 1 over x because the natural log of e is 1. So that would simplify to 1 over x. Okay, so let's try this. Find the derivative of y with respect to x of the natural log of the square root of x squared plus 3. So we have an inside function. The square root of x squared plus 3 is inside the logarithm function, the natural log function. So we're going to start by taking the derivative of the natural log, which will be 1 over x, but x is all that inside function, so that'd be the square root of x squared plus 3. And then using the chain rule, we need to times that by the derivative of the inside. But we have another inside. So we inside the square root operation, we have x squared plus 3. So we're going to multiply this by the derivative of the square root, 1/2 times x squared plus 3 raised to the negative 1/2 power. And then we're going to times that by the derivative of the inside, which is 2x. And then the rest is just simplifying. So the 2 on the top and the 2 in the denominator will cancel out. And then we can move that x squared plus 3 to the negative 1/2 to the bottom. And so we have x times the square root, x divided by the square root of x squared plus 3 times by the square root of x squared plus 3, so that's squared. And the square and the square root cancel out, and it gives us x divided by x squared plus 3. Okay, I want you to try this next one. All right, so we have our inside function, which is x squared plus x minus 1. So we're going to start by taking the derivative of the outside function, which is log base 2. So we have to use that first formula. So that's 1 over our x, when our x in this case is x squared divided by x minus 1 times by the natural log of 2. Now we have to times it by the derivative of the inside, which we need to use the quotient rule to do this. So low d high minus high d low over low squared. All right, first thing I'm going to do with simplifying is I'm going to take that compound fraction and flip over the fraction. And so I have x minus 1 divided by x squared times the natural log of 2. And then we're going to simplify the numerator on this second fraction to get 2x squared minus 2x minus x squared, all over that x minus 1 quantity squared. They'll combine like terms and factor out the x. And we can divide out our x minus 1 from the top and bottom and an x from the top and bottom. And that will leave us with x minus 2 divided by x times x minus 1 times the natural log of 2. Okay, next we're going to look at finding the derivative of exponential functions. To find the derivative of a to the x, which is just some number raised to the x power, that is simply going to be a to the x times the natural log base a, natural log of a. Now we're going to do the same thing as we did before, so the derivative of e to the x is just e to the x because the natural log of e is just 1. All right, so to define the derivative of question number 3 here, we need to start with the quotient rule. So low d high minus high d low over the denominator squared. Okay, that's just a little bit of simplifying you can do with this, not a lot. And I'm even going to let you leave this as a compound fraction. Okay, I want you to try this last your turn problem. Okay, so our inside function is negative 3 divided by x. We're going to start with the derivative of the outside function, so that's just going to be e to the negative 3 divided by x. Now, the inside function, we have to do the quotient rule, so low d high minus high d low over low low. Simplifying that quotient rule, we're going to end up with just 3 over x squared. And so our final answer is going to be 3 times e to the negative 3 over x divided by x squared. And that's how you find the derivative of exponential and logarithm functions.